What's up, sons? It's Blind Run with Son of a Tech Gaming once again, and today I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. Can an old GPU, the GTX 460, run Doom? Stick around to find out. Alright, so here she is. This is the PNY overclocked, I guess, edition. Yeah, it's called overclocked enthusiast edition GTX 460 from PNY. It is 1 gigabyte GDDR5 at least of VRAM, and we're gonna see if it'll do it. It has one mini HDMI, 2 DVI outs. It works okay for monitors, which is cool. And I have used it in a dedicated streaming rig before. But the real question is, can we get it to run Doom? So let's get it installed into our, I guess, test system, which is a budget test system. Because a lot of times you'll see this and it'll be like, well, let's run it with a fucking i7 that's going to cost you $400. That's just not feasible. If you're already looking at this, then you're probably going to be running a budget system. So let's put it in the budget system, which is a Pentium G3258. That is the anniversary edition. It will not be overclocked as we will be running a Windows 10 operating system on it. Now, if you guys want, let me know in the comment section below. There are ways you can get around overclocking it for Windows 10. It's a little bit more difficult. Maybe we could go over that though with y'all in the future if you're interested. 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it has just a regular black WD drive. I believe it's a 750 gigabyte drive with a TR2 Thermaltake 430 watt power supply. And yeah, let's see how it does Doom. Do you do Doom? Yeah, finally in. So we are back. It looks like that messed up. We did get Doom booted here real quick. These options are going to be all messed up from the 730. So let's get us into some regular options here. 16:9. Let's try 1080 first. Pop this out. Alright, there we go. Let's throw it on. What are we on? Advanced. Ultra? Obviously not. Let's go ahead and try medium. And continue this game. So in the menus, we are sitting at about 41 FPS with a 28.85 millisecond response. That's pretty bad, but it is what it is. You could probably get a better response out of the DVI, but we're capturing the game obviously, so that's kind of a problem. Alright, medium settings at 1080p ain't gonna do it. Let's go to super duper low. See if we can get above 30. Not quite. That's gonna set us back a little bit here. I figured that would happen. I figured we'd probably have to drop down to 720. This is usually a 720 card, so let's pop down to 720. There we go, we're popping up in frame rate a tad. At low settings, we're staying above 30. In the dark, in the tunnels and stuff, we're just sitting in the 40s. That's super awesome. We're getting a little screen tear. That's mostly from the huge frame drops. One of the things we could try is we could go in and go ahead and cap off or turn on. Let me see if I can find it. vertical sync. That's going to stop some of that screen tearing, which is good. Let's go kill some things and see how it feels. It's staying pretty steady. Couple drops here and there. Down in the 20s. If there's more than like one enemy on screen, we drop below 30. Otherwise it stays pretty locked at 30, which is good. Yeah, see some of those drops. Oh, down below 20 there with 3 people on the screen. That is actually looking like it's a CPU issue. So interestingly enough, while people say that Doom is not very CPU intensive, if you look at our CPU usage, we are definitely capping it out. And you can kind of see that bars going across and the GPU staying steady. And whenever we start pumping low frame rates, that CPU goes way up and peaks. There is actually a way to fix that on this, and that's to limit the CPU. And if you guys are interested in how to limit your CPU to prevent it from spiking in games, let me know in the comment section below. Because anytime we have a loading sequence, it gets real soupy, stuff like that. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for the GTX 460 can it run Doom question. The answer to that is yes, but how well? The problem seems to be a little bit twofold here with Doom, because we're having some issues, or more issues actually, with the Pentium G3258 than we are with the GPU. So, what I would go ahead and conclude is that you're going to need to get at least a CPU with pretty much some sort of hyper-threading. So you could go for an i3 is what I would recommend for gaming. Seems to be pretty good for budget gaming, and the GTX 460 will run it if that's your question. I'll leave an affiliate link to Amazon to some 460s if I can find some that you can maybe pick up cheap. I would recommend eBay, or the best of course is always Craigslist. I've been able to pick them up for about 20 bucks on Craigslist. So that's about half the cost of the GT730. Now, it doesn't support adaptive sync to my knowledge on the GTX 460. So while the option was there, I don't think that you're going to actually be able to get that like you would with like a 730. But then again, the 730, if you want to go out and buy brand new, is going to be a little bit more. Speaking of the 730, if you guys haven't checked out Can Doom Run on a GT730, I'll leave a link in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, you're looking at dips in below 20s once we start capping or pinging out that CPU. So that's kind of a bummer. But until next time, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace the fuck out.